Hello again, and welcome to the second in our Life After High School video series. We had a great time with that Jeff Janis guy, and hopefully everybody's taking better care of their cars and trucks and vehicles these days. But as I promised, as we ended the last show, we were going to talk about finance and banking and some of the particulars that go with setting up your own bank accounts and things like that. And we have, some good friends from the Alpena-Alcona Credit Union. And both, they've joined us, and I'm going to let you introduce yourselves to the crowd that's watching us on this great live video. So, ladies, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Kelly Alexander. I am our branch manager in the Ascota office for Alpena-Alcona Area Credit Union. I have been with the credit union for over 7 years.
Hi, I'm Mariah Nevela. I am a financial experience advocate with Alpena-Alcona Area Credit Union, and I've been here for almost 3 years.
So, Kelly, right, we're going to go over some basic stuff, and we'll fill in some blanks of what people don't know about what they should know, and then for especially the young people in high school that maybe haven't even started working with a bank or a credit union, it's showtime. Okay, you need to do that. So first off, when my ma said, and yeah, that was a while ago, all right, when she said, you go to the bank and get yourself a bank account started, what did I have to do? I don't even remember. What's the steps in just starting out a bank account?
So starting out with a bank account or a credit union account with us, we have to have at least $5, and that is your membership buy-in.
Okay, $5 will get you a start.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we need your social security number, an updated driver's license or student ID if that is available for us. And we just need a proof of address if we don't have one matching the Michigan driver's license or if it's a student.
So you don't need $10,000 to get started. No. You don't need to have lived in the same location for 263 years. You're good to go with those basics. So is there a difference between a bank and a credit union?
There very much is a big difference.
Okay, how about we talk about that for a minute?
So banks tend to be ran by a board or shareholders or stockholders who they're for profit. They want to make money.
Sure.
They want their people in charge to benefit from the rates and things like that. Credit unions, we believe in helping the people. We're for the little guy. We want to help everybody, and we are member owned. And so that means just Mariah and I, she mentioned that $5 membership share. We are a part owner of our credit union, so we have a right to make decisions and to help benefit from the profits. So when credit unions make a profit, it doesn't go to the CEO, it doesn't go to the leadership board. It gets turned back around into our communities, into our lower rates, into our higher interest on our CDs. We reinvest it back into the people who own part of the credit union.
So do I have to, if I cruise up to Sheboygan or over, to Lansing, can I not do business with you guys anymore? Is there a geographic rule coming on here?
It's a great question. So we are actually chartered to serve members all across the state of Michigan.
Okay.
And so if you live in Michigan, you're automatically eligible to be a member with us. And it doesn't stop there. If you are related to somebody who lives in Michigan and is a member, or is a member, they don't even live in Michigan. If you're related to someone who is a member with Alpena-Alcona Area Credit Union, you can join us as a member to benefit from our great rates and our great services. So for example, I have a family member who lives in Colorado.
Okay.
And she is able to be a member because of her connection to me being a member. So.
Okay, so if you're listening, and what I do is I go over what we're talking about, $5 and your, personal information will get you a start with the credit union, and you can be a Michigan resident and be part of their group around there, and then even with a family connection, it can go beyond the state of Michigan. So don't think that if you move out of Iosco and Alpena and these counties that you're suddenly out of the game. You're not. You stick in Michigan, you're probably better off. And I'll say that anyway. But, okay, so enough with that. Now, we got to talk about credit cards. I had a son that really didn't do so well, thinking that if he had a bunch of credit cards, he'd be a hero. You know, it did not work so good, especially with his parents. But when you think about credit cards and credit scores, and what does that mean so they have an idea of what they're signing up for when they get one?
Yeah. So you will probably hear both sides of it throughout your life. You're going to hear people in your life say, don't get a credit card, they're bad, just cut them off, don't do it. But then you're also going to hear people say, you have to have a credit card. And to be honest, I'm on the side of you need a credit card. You need some ability to show that you're responsible enough to make payment back for future lending. So credit cards are great for that when you're young and you don't have a lot of history or you're getting your first job. If you can build a relationship with a financial institution, have that bank account you set up when you're a kid, you get your first job, you know, you set your direct deposit up there and you build that relationship. When you get that chance where you want to start buying bigger purchases, you get a credit card with your financial institution, and they will help guide you through it, you know, and we'll go over the options of, you know, this is, you know, limits, or based on your income, you can do this, and this is how you have a credit card safely and securely. You know, you only put on it what you can afford to pay back. You don't ever max it out. Sometimes people do. It feels like it's free money.
Sure.
And you just, you know, you can buy things you maybe couldn't afford to buy before. But so if you pay your credit card back every month, in general, most cards do not charge any sort of annual fee or rate if it's paid back every month.
Okay.
If you don't pay it back every month, so for example, if you spend up $1,000 and your statement comes due, and instead of paying $1,000, you only pay $25, you're not going to pay interest on that remaining balance, and you're going to pay a lot more for those items that you purchase. So are credit cards dangerous? They can be if you are not responsible and you know spend up a lot more than you can afford. But they are a very useful tool to build a repayment history to create a credit score. And a credit score is what every lender looks at, not every, but most lenders look at to gauge how big of a risk you are. And so when you want to buy a vehicle or when you want to buy a house, we want to see how responsible you are. And a credit card's a great way to do that.
See, and Kelly, that's the timing is right now, not halfway through my adult life.
No.
When fortunately I paid off all the credit cards every time they came because they were annoying if I didn't, you know. But I never realized that I was building a good business lending reputation.
Yeah.
Okay. And so when I did want that loan to buy the house, it was, no problem. And you have a great credit score. And I didn't even know what that was back then. So for people to know that at the early age, when you make that credit card work for you, not against you, and you build a legacy, a reputation, whatever you want to call it, a good one, so that down the road, when you do need a student loan or you need a car loan, you know, big or small, it'll pay you back by paying credit cards off on a regular basis.
And I just want to add, it is never too soon to have a credit card. If you have a job and ability to repay, getting one credit card to start learning how to use it, start learning how to be responsible, and start building credit, it's gonna build tenfold in your future. Even if you're under 18, we can do a credit card for 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, a youth visa with a job to start building. Does it report to the credit bureau when you're under 18? No, but fun fact, you turn 18 and you had that credit card for 2 years because you got it when you were 16 and you were responsible and you were working and it's a small credit card and you made payment for 2 years. When you turn 18, all that information reports to the credit bureau. So now you've just jump-started your credit score that you're going to be so much better off.
And the story with that one, you guys, you heard it, that when you think of credit cards, think of how you're going to use them and think of using them wisely to build your own credit score. You just got to go there. I know the credit union has a great history of kind of community helping. You got an example of that, just so they know that you care and give back to the community every chance you guys get?
We love giving back to our community. Credit unions, all of our employees, we believe in what we do. And so we have a fun thing that we do for, if you elect to receive your statements paperless,
Okay.
then we take 75 cents every month and we put it into a budget. So $9 a year per member who elects to be paperless. And then we take that money and we reinvest in our communities. We recently, in Oscoda, we purchased 2 AED units for the Oscoda Township Police to have additional
Beautiful.
in their patrol cars. Other things that we did, it doesn't just, it's not just giving back money. We have this massive budget, and I think it was like $158,000 we were budgeted to give back this calendar year.
Wow.
And so it's a large amount, but we also volunteer our time. And so a big event here in Oscoda that the credit union is done for years is the Volley for a Cure. And so we volunteer to help sell tickets and to collect money and things like that. We also will, what else? We do so much.
We go to the 4-H fair and we help buy, we buy animals and then we give it back to the 4-H community.
Yeah.
And then they resell it so they can also get, so it's like a double buy for them.
You can't lose within it. We never talked about this before we got, I'm a jobs guy, okay? My whole career before I started pretending like I could teach American government politics and have a good time doing it, it was all about jobs back in the Thumb area of Michigan. Jobs at the credit union, are they multiple? Are there very strict requirements, expectations? People think, well, I'm not working for the credit union because I don't know squat about finance. Is that a true statement? Is that a correct statement, ladies? Go ahead.
You don't need to know anything about finance. We'll teach you everything. Honestly, we're just looking for good people who believe in what we believe, who want to invest in their communities and volunteer and work for their members. We can teach you the money side of it. You don't have to even have a college degree to come in. We have entry-level positions. You can come in as a co-op student. You can come in as a recent graduate. You can come in, maybe you do 2 years at a community college and you're not sure what you want to do. We're a great career path. We have great benefits. We have retirements and healthcare. Maybe you get your degree and you go that direction and it doesn't work out, and maybe you come back to us and join our leadership team. We have jobs in every capacity you could think of: HR, frontline, teller and cash handling, accounting, call center, marketing. It's just, the sky's the limit, really.
And so as you think about where you want to be, what you want to do, every place is the opportunity of a lifetime. Do you understand what I just said? Every option like that is the opportunity of a lifetime. And you take it and you get a shot, and I know that you've had students as young as 16 years old start out, like in a part-time role, but then some people grow with it as it goes along, and then all of a sudden, that fits. So, and you can change careers, whatever, and you heard the words directly. You don't always have to have that bachelor's degree in banking or this or that. So much of what happens in a credit union involves technology, people, service, understanding, and relationship building. You got it. So we've already used up our short time that I promised that I wouldn't get babbling on. So, ladies, any last minute thoughts about this first run? And I'm going to have you back.
Oh, please do.
Just so you know. And I got the rest of my questions I never got to. Any last minute things for the first Life After High School graduation moment we've had here?
If there's one takeaway I can give you, build a relationship with a financial institution and establish a credit score. If you can have good repayment at a young age, your life will be a lot easier.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Pretty much what she said. But we do amazing things for you. It's not that scary. Just come on in and we will take care of you.
Go and stop by and plan to spend a couple minutes if you're going to start, your finance planning with the credit union. It's worth your time. Now, next month, you watched the first one about taking care of your vehicles. We're now taking care of your finances. Next month, we're going to talk about insurance stuff. And as much as you might think, I don't need it, you do. And we've got a good gentleman coming in that's going to tell you all about it. Thanks for watching. Re-look at this video. Re-look at the first one. It'll help you every time you watch. Thanks for dialing in.